Greetings, everyone. This is me again, Sarah Bizak. Not feeling well. I tried to shut down the internet and be alone. Oh God, there's some energy here that doesn't want me to sound genuine. I'm trying to fight with this energy inside. Uh, the smirky smile, and I can sense all these things. Unable to take my garbage, it's out. I'm kind of, my engine has been seized. So I slept with sandwiches. I managed, and if I don't have anything, my stomach acidity due to gas, what God knows what. So anyhow, the people, what they've been through, I don't know, my case is on the psychological, metaphysical level. They've broken me down so much, so I wanted to shut down the internet. I don't want to meet. I felt that truth, justice, and humanity has been killed. Watching videos against Israel, or what the whole world, I cannot imagine what the Jews went through in the Holocaust, and they were telling us, some were saying it's a lie, they've made it up and things like that. And now I know it's not a lie. So I had to, I wanted to shut down because I can't take lies, and I felt it's gone. Humanity, truth, justice has been killed. It's no use anymore. People are against Israel, Jews. Also, you can see how they've turned around, how they've turned it around against the Jews. Oops. So I was just watching these videos, and I found one which I think breathed something in me. Breathed this Jewish YouTube channel, J-TV, Jewish Ideas. Oh my God. So I'm like, I'm not alone. I'm not alone, right? It breathes life. It breathed hope in me. What this Jewish man was saying, like they can, I've seen how the Holy Prophet's progeny, Imam Hussein, how they turned it around. It was very difficult for me to explain to the Shias also that Imam Hussein, I was told before about my case that this witch we have was against us, sorcerer. She turns it around against us. So my case is not, I can't, so I'm not comparing with the Jew, like that's just not the thing. But what I feel is broken, and I was going to shut down my internet. I did for a little while. I can't live alone with myself because they've, in various ways, they've violated my privacy. I don't know if I'm really talking to the principal or connected with someone that cares for me sincerely. So I panicked again. They won't let me be in my room, living in my house. Khulus with sincerity on my, not. I think I need to reach out to the world and give my story and all this. Sorry, in the background there are crackers. So I just cannot take it. I'm so grateful, but excuse me. I'm so grateful to this video that saved my life, breathed into me. I'm not alone. That's what I wanted to tell humanity. If you're in this, where everyone hates you, and where the world thinks you're notorious, and inside also they've plagued me and got me. The real reason the world is obsessed. It's a J-TV Jewish Ideas channel. Dot dot dot. This out. I mean, he's genuinely explaining, and brilliant, perfect way. He breathed life. I was a gone case. So earlier on, I was yesterday or day before yesterday listening to Swami Ravati Kanta on, they have talks, so it was live. So I was like getting very, like, the ego thing. These poor people, Swami and all the problem they had with the ego. Swami himself was saying, sorry, I've forgotten his name. Wait a minute. So I just show you, where is it? Swami Ravati Kanta. Oh no, I can't see this father from his Jewish father. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so it's like Sadhguru said, there are many Hitlers, like Hitlers, people, but they just don't know how to organize. I think someone has organized themselves on the spiritual level. Dark powers in Pakistan or from my father's family, and they are at us. If I tell you I see the handle of the cupboard, feels like expressions, eyes, expressions. I've been taking it, now what can I do? Bearing with it. Like, what is this? Very, like, ajib, strange things. Like, they're sending more kills to me. And they've broken me. I can't even take the garbage out now. It's very difficult for me to get up. I haven't had my breakfast. Start with supari and smoking and tea, just to get up and have tea, because sometimes I can't even brush my teeth like now. I want to go back to sleep. I wanted to, but just shut the internet. So I was told that this woman or man, whoever they are after us, turned it around against us. Like when I want to speak, I won't sound genuine. I might sound rude. My tone will increase. Sorry, I just... And they change the feelings, so you might not have sympathies for me, as my family, my brothers. And I won't have sympathy, and my brothers won't understand. They change the mind without you knowing it. I felt to such an extent. But my brothers or family members, they've blocked. And so, so I can, God knows how, that the Jewish people they were my neighbors. I've lived with them. I know how they are much, 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 much better. then Pakistan. Oh, they're so good. I miss I miss London, my Jewish neighborhood. I miss my old house in London. The first house actually we bought, my father bought for us. My uncle was not good with me. Like, so here, you know, my family, they're very fastidious. चिढ़ जाते हैं हमसे, like way we talk, they get repulsed by. I can understand. I can't explain. हमारी आवाज़ कभी बर्दाश्त. So it was very difficult to come out. I don't like my voice. My cousin in childhood, he just left me ruthlessly, right? They're after beautiful girls and all this. Users. And also, they're like, you know, they get, they can't take anyone but their own selves. So, like my uncle was saying, you're not beautiful. Like when I've come to Dubai now in this halat, I can't even look at I couldn't even take a shower properly and keep myself, wash my face. So I didn't even tell him that I was beautiful. I didn't say I'm something. My eldest uncle, you know, they're like that. Right? The thing of beauty has not come out. Who's saying to you that you're not beautiful? He has to take that out on the. I've called him because my father told me to call him. Yes, there was like, who shall I call in Dubai? What shall I do? My father gives me the worst advice when he tells me to call his family. They are not bothered since childhood. If they were bothered, they would have stopped their mother and the sister from wickedness against us. Allah, Allah, Zara, what are you saying against us? Allah. Yeah, this is the way they talk, and we are like this. Against my mother, against me, and then, please, this religion, what is this? Then the stepmothers and all this, like Cinderella, we would be if my mother had passed away. I know that lady, she was a vulgar, low-graded, low-category woman, Habiba. Stepmother. And my father's like praising, oh, she gave me, you know, when I I had financial problems. Oh God, I'm just acting strange. So the Jewish people have had such dignity and they kept their dignity when the whole world wanted to take away that and disgrace them to no end. I really, you know. So I was doing, I don't know whether I was doing someone's praise. It's just I am who I am. I'm the only authority in my life. And Dr. Susan Shumsky, this book I bought in Karachi, it's there only. It's there. I didn't bring it here, and but I remember the prayers a little bit. So I was doing that. Maybe the I am force, little bit helping me. And when this person said that his wife's grandmother, Jewish, she had 100 relatives or something. You must listen to this story, right? The real reason the world is obsessed. So he was saying, and only a few left, right? A few left in the Holocaust. And she was saying, I wouldn't be like those who, you know, those gods, Nazi gods. Yeah, and I used to tell myself the greatest consolation is that you didn't hurt anyone, even when hurt, betrayed, deceived. But I'm sorry, the story of my grandmother and against the cousin and the uncle family members came out. I never even told my aunt who used to live with me. Like once she came from Oman and told me that my aunt there, my father's sister said that इसको लाड प्यार इसको इसकी माँ बाप ने लाड प्यार दे के ख़राब कर दिया है. So I was like, okay, I see, okay. I didn't say anything against even the a cousin whom they have put on their heads, right? And इतना उसको ख़राब कर दिया कि मुझे ख़राब कर दे और बेदर्दी से ऐसे आउट ऑफ साइट आउट ऑफ माइंड ऐसे यूज़ करे और ऐसे करे. But anyways, but his mother, you see, she was and his other brothers, एक को तो वो मुझे तो कहा गया था कि बहुत पहले तुम्हारा I went to this जादूगर. I had to go to him. I didn't know he was a जादूगर. I thought he was a palmist. So when I went there, he was a Bangladeshi जादूगर in Sadar. So I couldn't read in Urdu. My father, because he asked for 3,000 rupees at then, what is 3,000? He said, yeah. I said, what would you do with 3,000 rupees? At that time, for me, it was a lot, right? So he said, I will गोश वोश देना पड़ेगा सी एरिया में ये जिन्नात को. I was like, अच्छा, okay. So I went and asked my father for it. Like he told me कि तुम्हारा जो potential है ना वो कट हो गया बचपन से. जो आप तुम्हारा potential था ना, whatever your potential was, it's been cut since childhood. और एक सांवले रंग की ने किया है. उसके मुंह पे, उनके मुंह पे एक बहुत बड़ा तिल है. She used to come. So I had this picture out of the, like when my uncle came from United States of America, my mother's brother, we had a party for him in the house, get together. My grandmother came. This lady came who used to come to my papa, my paternal grandmother. Challi leke aati thi. I remember it's like a fruit challi bag, fruit bag, plastic net. She is the samle, complexion, a little bit on the dark complexion, and has one til, one big mole popping out. The way this jadugar, later on I find out when my described to me, उसने तुम पे जादू किया. And she was my, so we knew it, that my grandmother, there was a kind of a rumor that my grandmother used to do jadoo on us. I could not be surprised on what she did to me when I was 3.5 years old. जादू किया मेरी माँ पे, मुझ पे, कि ना मेरा बाप और मेरी दादी बोलती भी थी कि हम लोग बाबू की दूसरी शादी कराएंगे, तुम्हारे बच्चे ले लेंगे. So, since childhood, my potential has been cut. And my father didn't give the money. He said, show me where, and just wear this Allah locket and all this. What are you going to Jadugar? I was like, I didn't know this was a Jadugar. Thought he was a palmist. On top of his shop is the hand thing. I thought I needed to know because I was in St. Michael's. I was very restless. I now had to, I said I was going to psychologist. Then I found a yogi who told me that I can't do a thing on you, hypnotize you. Although it's reincarnation between you and your teacher, Miss Asteria Desa. It's a reincarnation case. Then Dr. Rees's thing came out, Many masters, many. So reincarnation is there. It was reconfirmed. He was a psychiatrist. He put his work at, at stake. Dr. Brian, he's the one who has. I bought his book, The Many Masters, Uh, so I won't be able to talk properly right now. So many lives, many masters. तो यहाँ जो आते हैं ना ये मुसलमान, अरे कैसे लोग हैं इतने कैलिस, मुझे अभी तक समझ में नहीं आया है. ऐसे लोग हैं. What kind of people are you? Right? I was told, you know what I've left behind? Hussein, Imam Hussein. मुझे मेरा फादर कहेगा तुम कौन हो? या Jiddu Krishnamurti. Who's Jiddu Krishnamurti? If Imam Ali takes me to hell, I will go to hell with Imam Ali. Like he believes it, that he won't go to hell. Like that's just a saying. Like how true, how much I believe in Imam Ali. So the Shias, like my father. So Imam Ali tells you to leave gambling. Yeah, you would, at that time when you were in London. Why didn't you leave gambling? Even his brother used to tell me, you tell him to stop. We used to close the doors, and in the night time, he would throw stones on the window. Oh, you know, we went to this new house, and we thought the neighbors were throwing stones at us. Maybe he got me later. Oh my God. So my friend Zia came to my house, and I was like, Zia. He believed me because, you know, I've never had these kind of viswasas, wahem. I was like, see, he didn't say that, no, you must be imagining that someone is throwing stones on your window, one side of the window. From the neighbor's side, they're very close. Like the other neighbor has a garden, right? So it's all open. I can see. But here, there was a wall that's higher and can't see who is throwing the stones from the neighbor's place at us, at my window. So my friend and I, we went on the roof, you know, hiding. I was like, someone's throwing stones at my window. The new house. So there's a movie called Indian Movie. Then I joined St. Joseph's College in 1989, and so my father had got married. Maybe he was trying to get me. Then I went to the neighbor and I said, let me just complain in a nice manner, like someone's trying to say. So they told me, the lady there said, could it be jinns? Because none of my son, would not do this. Another son is like this. He wouldn't do. So I was like, oh, okay. Yes, I don't know. Thank you. Oops. A lot of firecrackers now. So, Hoon Bari Mang. So I did, Iqbal's, my father's brother's wife told me when she came to Karachi. God had told me, I don't know, that I will bring your enemy, or this is the enemy. So they can turn it around and all that. So my father's brother's wife told me that your father's married. And he started to have children. I used to feel it. Because by now, I had meditation. It was just intuitive that someone is born anew. You have a step, and I had taken a promise from my father that he would never leave my mother in childhood, before going to London in childhood, and that he would never marry another woman. Anyways, my father came in the room, and Huma was there, and Iqbal was there in my room in Karachi, and he put his hand on my head and swore on my life. He wanted to swear on his life. I stopped him. I said, no, swear on my life. Then my mother got so angry at him when she found out that it is true what Huma has said to me, that your father, again, her sisters on my birthday, they are like wild animals. They've no, when they fight, God knows where these Iranis come from. But there are some good Iranis. Sakina Dadi Hamshiri's mother, Sadiq Hamshiri. Oh, sorry, Hamshiri, Sakina Hamshiri, Sadiq, who the Sipai Saiba. Okay, so there's weird things in our family. My father lied on my head, taking the qasam. He took a oath. So he swore on my life, putting his hand on my head. Then Habiba and her children. She was a widow first. And we've got some in Pakistan, even the aunts, and family. So can you imagine the stepmother? She would have kept me like Cinderella. So, but you can't compare. I wanted to tell my father that you can't compare my mother. And then after her death, he did say, yes, she was a low category. She wasn't that decent. His wife, Habiba. But she gave him money when we had problems. So my father was buying all these mobiles for his children. Like when I came to Dubai, my brother was like, what cheap mobile ye tumne liya hai, right? And he buys for his second wife 1,000 dirhams. My brother was like, that woman has 1,000, her children have such expensive, maybe, Like he didn't tell me about the children, but they had mobiles then. And they were young, younger than me. I'm the eldest. I'm the firstborn. My mother is the first wife. She never took anyone's hug, thank God. So yeah, that's a consolation. We don't take someone's hug. You see, I saw my grand aunt. Her husband got married to another Omani. When she came to the airport, Karachi, she was crying. I was next to her. She's tall, and I could only reach her knees standing with her, holding her hand or something. And she was crying. And that her husband got married to another Omani. So firecrackers. It's Diwali, happy Diwali. But sorry, I don't understand Paramahamsa Vishwananda's. I was very agitated, and then that Mr. Asim, it was making me cry, and I can't afford to cry. But I was very sorry, the Paramahamsa Vishwananda. That's why I go back to But he keeps telling me that he's the one who came in front of the car. He gave his life for me. He died. उसका तो आता पता नहीं था. Sindhi Muslim Society, coming from Karachi American School, going home, passing Sindhi Muslim Society. उधर एक आदमी हमारी कार के सामने आ गया था. Came in front of our car and died. We didn't stop for him. So I was sleeping. I had my eyes closed and I had a hat on. So Paramahamsa Vishwananda tells me, I feel I'm connected. I could be So he told me he's the one. Then in London, in the lounge, not the smoking room, he came and he took my headband, put it on his forehead. It dropped on his. And he even put his hand on my eyes, I don't know why, to close it. And so I had to guess who it was who had come. So he's telling me he's not my enemy. But you know how these swamis have problems like fame, ego, dealing with their own ego. So I was wondering what, no, this is not right. So I'm feeling sorry, feeling bad. Anyhow, I don't know. So I read Jiddu Krishnamurti translated. Even the Paramahamsa Vishwananda, I feel maybe I'm not connected, and I am connected. I'm sorry I can't agree, although he gave his life for me to save me from my uncle. Another time on Prince, that road, Prince Cinema and all that, the snake came on our windscreen. I thought it was a rope, black rope. My uncle said, "Oh my God, that's a snake." And so that's where the Guru, no, that's not Guru Mandar at all. That's Prince Cinema, Capri Cinema, Nishat Cinema Road. Which road was that a long time ago? Now the name has also changed. No, that's not even, that's some other road. So that road, on that road, there's a mandir there. So now for that, like I've been asking him, Paramahamsa Vishwananda. He came as Hasad Khan in London. I told him once, why don't you live in the hostel nearby? Why don't you come here? It would be nice. He came with his girlfriend later to my hostel to live there. Although we're not allowed. The hostel doesn't allow. I was like, how can he do this? So that, and he tells me, like, so I have a Hindu connection. He tells me, I don't know whether I'm Radharani, but when I was having this terrible thing, he came and invisibly and said, like, when the dreams were telling me who I will marry, I would get up, and then he came and he said, "You're my twin soul." So that means you can't marry anyone else. But we are twin souls. That was Hasad Khan. Now I looked at Paramahamsa Vishwananda. Surely looks like Hasad Khan, right? The whole, like he's dark, but and it's very tall. He's tall, 6'2" or something. 1'6". So, oh my God, and his voice also is same. Sorry, no copyrights infringement intended. Yes, only the teeth look a little bigger. Yeah, the cud on his chin and side. My mother used to tell me, whoever has this thing on the side, their parents love them. They are the favorite Ladla. So he could be the Ladla of the world, Hindus. So I thought he was Kalki Avatar when another man is from, he's not Kalki, he's Narasimha. That's what his Swami told us in one of the videos. So there's Kalki Bhagwan who gave me Diksha. I could Bhagwan. So he is Kalki. He's the one who gave me Diksha. No copyrights infringement intended. Then I started to realize that I'm Radharani. When he started, I got his Diksha from YouTube. Right, this is his. I couldn't take it, so I had to call my uncle, and then I finally found this. I don't know how, Kalki Bhagwan. But I was like, I'm sinking. I had the cover on my head. I was just holding on to my mobile like that. I couldn't get up. It's called Diksha, not Diksha. Then he had something against him. This poor Diksha. Oh God. Yeah, I'm just very low in this. His Diksha was this Diksha. Diksha. Oh, this one, I Diksha with Mula Mantra. Oh God. I think 7 years ago. Yeah, I took this one. Then it started to come. Srimati written on my bed cover. Something like this. And so God knows what this is. Yeah, I wanted to shut down the internet. Can't live. Privacy is violated. Okay. Why? Oh, the light being literally. These people, it's too much. They just want to give curses to Jews, Israel. They have no rational. They're killing something inside the voice of truth, justice, the voice of human. George Jordan, can you believe this has written? He's a Christian. He's written this on Imam Ali. The voice. So it's completely, tables have turned for me. The voice of human. George. Jordek. So who would believe me? Shias, how would you? The Voice of Human Justice by Jordek, George. Oh, this book I had bought in Karachi. Oh, God. So I was asking the Shias, like in my own private, I don't have a private time. People, it's a heavy thing on me, energy. How could you lie to us like this? Why? How? No. Like, how come your research didn't tell you? Who is the one? What have you done? Why did you do this way of research? And not the way that I've been getting and showing? Huh? It's a big shock for me. So the Shias, whoever, the Imams and all this, please realize, हम गिर गिरा के रो के Imam Sahib Zaman को बुला के my body, they molested. I was like, Then I found distance mind control now. There's no cure for that. Websites. What happens? Torture. It's 24 hours. Even when you're sleeping, you don't get, meaning you don't get rest. If they don't want you to get rest, if they want you to get up with a headache, you'll get up with a headache, head cold. I mean, in London, I was like, I went to Boots, head cold. Oh, the Sindel. It's from Boots. They told me, yeah, it's for head. Here, they don't know about this head cold, but in London, I used to buy Sindel tablets. They told me it's for head cold. Sindel headache relief tablets. Oh. You see, I keep taking these ibuprofen in it. Very, very strong. And someone told me that you could have a stomach problem with this, right? Where do you get it here? I can't find it here. It's from Boots. I used to get it in London. So I found chamomile and all this tea. Chamomile herbal medicine tablets. Head cold. So I feel like my head is congested or it'll burst. So do we have, like Sadhguru said, they're mean like Hitler? You know, in Pakistan, do we have someone? Oh God, it's Diwali. Do we have someone? I can't go out. I have to go. Get some, my favorite cake. Oh my God, it's Diwali. I can't get up, dress up, and go out. Oh. And in my condition, I'm sorry I couldn't have debates. They won't let me rest inside in the stomach guts. And the heart is hardened. Wounds don't heal. Past wounds they bring up. It's like putting us. It's terrible. I can't. So. Yes. I'm sorry. I'm just exhausted with this. No one to understand. Disillusioned. No matter how much we tell you. So one of the Jews was saying, who was talking for the Jews, I think. There's another video, no. I don't know if they're Jewish or not, but they were saying that we cannot... it's like truth has died. Truth has died. Oh, why won't the Jews just let themselves be killed like the Shias in Pakistan? Just let themselves be killed. हम लाशें उठाते रहेंगे. We'll keep on. Right? Why don't the Jews, Jewish? Oh, this is also J-TV, Jewish. I couldn't listen. Do you see how much that red line is down there? Can you see it? I can't zoom it. I just died. Pardon. I just died. That's it. So no matter, you see that one Muslim ex-Muslims are liars, like shameless. Oh my God. So it's very, oh my God, what is Prophet Muhammad? Look. I don't know whether you can see this or not. How much are you into? Okay, I can't sacrifice like Imam Hussein, but I think heart was wrenched. I went down in this for the principal. I went in prostration with, okay, Ya Allah, let me take it, whatever's coming to me, but let her be safe. Um, what was the Noha in Karachi I was playing? And I went in prostration because they were hurting me and saying she's been raped. We are raping her. मजलूम बेरा आए नहीं सिर तेरे दा नहीं मंगती चादर अपने ले. Oh Lord, I do not ask for a chadar veil for myself, but for my principal. Keep her safe. Nahi mang. I was too weak now. They made me feel so guilty. Oh, you see, you're hearing principal being raped, right? In the nighttime, 3 in the morning. I can't. And I'm having a nervous breakdown with the energy on me. And you know what they were telling me? That if the principal doesn't get raped, we'll come to rape you. Oh my God. And I see now they made me so weak that I was just allowing the principal to be raped, saving myself. It was like that feeling, right? Oh my God. I was like, this is what they had done to me. They weakened me so much from the inside that I see, oh yeah, my principal is greater. I can't get, I promise, I just told myself, oh, then they made me feel that, how weak my words just went away, the word I'd given to myself. Oh, you're not Bibi Zainab, who would give her children to be sacrificed for. You've just, see, principal is being raped, her voice is coming, like someone's raping her. I couldn't hear a cough, right? Of course, you're not Bibi Zainab. But that's not what they were telling me at that time, so that I wouldn't realize that what they were saying is, you're not, it's coming from Imam Hussein's people. They're making me, like my father would say, you are kacha, raw Shias. My mother stopped going, she started to feel bad. She was, my mother, like her Imam Barga, other area, her people's Imam Barga, they own the Imam Barga in Karachi, they are the owners. She couldn't go there. So we couldn't go to the Ali Asghar Majlis, and in the daytime where Batul, Mahtarma Batul, Allama Rashid Turabi's daughter, when she was in Karachi, like then there was someone else, we used to go there, my mother from Soldier Bazaar, right? We couldn't go anymore in 1989, when we shifted to the new house. So, like that, they're making me feel like what you said is that I would give my life to the principal. अंदर से कोई बाहर ना आए. शेर आ जाए तो क्या हो? शेर से मैं कहूँ कि मुझे खा जाए, मम्मी को छोड़ दे. And now they're like really torturing me, making me feel so guilty because I told Atif Malik, Yusuf Zaidi, on the internet, all the things came out under compulsion. Staying away from mommy, they're helping me stay away from my principal. See, you can't do that. Oh, it's like, yes. Your mommy's getting raped. And I'm like a coward, getting nervous breakdowns. I think I have to go to my mother's room and, oh, I can't take this. Yeah. See, you can't take this. You can't. Um, okay, like that. Oh, so I don't, yeah. Yes. No, it's like they got. I didn't realize actually that they have got me like this. I can't help my mommy. Sholay movie song, right? But they're making me feel so guilty. See, you can't. हाँ जब तक है जान. And now I'm watching this and I can't see it. That she's walking on glasses. I know it's a movie, like the Jaws movie Miss Disa took me to. I could see it and not kept. So who's here? Paul Finder. Happy Diwali, Pat. Sorry, Pat Finder. Sorry, Pat Finder. I've got these less. A very happy Diwali. Namaste, namaste. Oh God, yeah. So I can't even watch this video anymore. I can hear the song, but I really can't watch her. And I was like, oh, for love. I can walk on glasses. So they got me all exhausted. Oh, it was like they tied me up, but they're making me feel guilty, and I'm feeling guilty. That, oh, I could have done something to save my mind. I could call her, but I had no nerves. 2 a.m. in the morning to call her, or even in the daytime to call her. So I kept away from my principal for 8 years. I never called her anything, and this was going on in year 2000. And still feeling guilty that, oh, yeah. So my neighbor used to ask me that if, let's say, I'm drowning, and let's say your mother's drowning and Miss Disa's drowning, who would you help? And I was like, that's not a, I don't know, you know, don't ask me this. Uh, so one day Paramahamsa Vishwananda came out with this story. Like he's been, I was like, do you know my neighbor who died young? So I wanted to reserve my comments, but I want to ask Paramahamsa Vishwananda, like the ego, you can't have your Swami's Bichare Allah. If I'm Swami, am I being presumptuous? Swami Ravetikanta, right? Where's Swami Ravetikanta? So they're talking, and it's the same thing that if I go like fame, we have to be very careful, right? What's his latest video? Sorry, Swami Ravetikanta, or this one, the spiritual journey. This one, this is the last. Like I had. You don't know how love is. When you are in love, your mind should not work that, oh, will I be, all the time struggling with the mind. Even Swami Ravatikanda, such if I may be presumptuous, bold enough, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but don't you think, like, there has to be a, yes, if you look into the mind, but if there's true love, like, just live, you people. Radharani sends you love, and just go and be happy, like Sri Sri Ravi Shankarji says. Don't even turn back to say thank you. But don't go in the, like, don't give yourself, you are divine yourself, right? So this ego thing, you will never win. I've experienced in my life. The more, it's always in our religion, struggle against nafs, ego, meaning our desires and all. Always a struggle, and you will never win. So when I was weakened like this, I said, leave because I can't. You see, I didn't have the strength to fight an enemy that plays on your ego. Anything you do is, oh my God, fear of ego. Fear of attachment, fear of this, fear of fame. Yeah, now that I'm. So, sorry if I misunderstood Swami Ravitikanta. I think in the beginning he was like, very famous, and then his guru told him to go into low profile. Then when he went into low profile, even then, like people coming in my mother's area, like, oh, you are that lady's, and they know my mother, they're my mother's relative. And I'm like, oh my God, no, why? I mean, I should, because, I would feel so, like if I go to defense Imam Barga, I wouldn't feel that important. Not at all important. But if I go to my mother's area, ooh, N's daughter, oh my God. And I'm like, okay, is it coming that your mother is so beautiful and they love her so much, and now you are important because you are her daughter? Not that I didn't, no, I wasn't telling myself that I should be known for myself. No, I don't want to be known at all, right? Who? So that it came through the English, European, American books at that time when I was in St. Michael, and the Bible, Oh, so we had this importance, right? The kani, don't push in the Imam Barga. I'm shouting, the kani don't push, right? I'm in front doing mata, words, saying, oh my wife, saying. Now this is my mother's Imam Barga. It's like my mother's relatives on it. And we are there, the kanido, and we're taking, like Bibi Sakina's tabut, martyrdom day. We're sitting in front. Ek dhaga to dina, yes, give us a thread. So important, right? It's so important. So in 1987, 80, I was like, oh, I read the Bible right. And Jesus Christ says, those who are in the front will be in the back. I did. So I'm like, now you go to Bibi Sakina's tabut, and I took a few steps back. I retreated, and I sat there like I've come as a guest, right? And just sitting there, not the caretakers, and right next, they would die. People are coming there, pushing, and if rush, because miracles are happening. Water is coming, to and Leila Chandu came once to the Imam Barga, and she's like, what's this? She was sitting next to me. I was like, there's water here, someone. I said, oh, this is a miracle, right? Because water. She was like, oh, okay. The mat carpet that's very thin and all this, it's wet. I said, oh, yeah, this is the miracle. It was for us, like we just take it for granted. This is a miracle. Is this a miracle water? Or as someone like, No, no. No one, no child was sitting there to urinate. And we didn't have a dinner, dal, or there was no water there, glass of water. So I'm telling Leila Chandu that, yeah, I think this is a miracle water. It's wet, this part. Because there was water coming from when we would do mata, beat our chests. So I had to retreat. And anyone came to me, oh, you are Anne's daughter. I was like, yes. Mm, you know, I'm nothing. I'm no one. And see, you're getting so much. So the shaitan was, you're getting so much importance. And you sat in front. Now I've read Jesus Christ's Bible. Those who go and sit in the front will be in the back. Now go to the back. And go visit Bibi Sakina's tabut as if you are a no one here. You are just a visitor. People were wanting to come touch the tabut. So like that. And then even if you try, who is the one trying? Because, then they'll say, are you sure this is not the ego wanting to trick you to be humble? Be humble. Oh my God. I was like, yeah. You know how Muji Baba also says, and I've known that we want to think we are good. When we think we are good, we can have this. Now self-pity comes in. If something happens in our life, so you will realize that the test is you are truly humble, or if something happens to your life, it happened to Ahlul Bayt, worse things happen to Ahlul Bayt, who am I? Take it. But no, why doesn't Allah, in a man they say, azma they say, in a dil de dukre, sorry, it's in Punjabi, this no, I know, dil de dukre sana they say, but then why can't they help? Chera har mushkil, har hal, every solution can be, every problem can have a solution. जरा हर मुश्किल हल करना है पंचतंदा पाक कराना है. So I'm relying on you. Panchatan Pak, the five holy, the obstacle remover, Imam Ali, called Ali who works miracles. So on one hand this, I was like, no, I expect a lot from God. But the people, so no, this can't be my ego, right? Could it? Or maybe it is. That I just want to, I'm just fooling myself that I'm humble. You never know, you can't judge yourself. Who is judging? I don't know. The whole thing is a lie. I'm a lie then. Oh, it could get to that point, where you think you can't trust anything in yourself. Because who's the one trying? Let's pray. Oh Lord, make me humble. Then I just leave it on the Lord, not telling myself, you should be humble. You should be. Jesus Christ has said this. So this is the problem. But when the love, Mr. No self-esteem gone, melted, no acting, because my therapist would say role play, that you are happy. Even if you see Mr. Sa like, I ain't missing you at all, everything will melt. All that role playing and, no, I really love Mr. Sa. I can't. Everything goes away. Even the ego goes away. This time I know the ego goes away. When you love someone and you're in that pain, so ego and that the greatest problem greatest danger on the path of spirituality even. Swami Ravatikanta has given us. That he went to India and some great sage or someone told him that it is fame. You are important, you are God, or you are the Guru, you are the Master. Why should that come, tell me? If you truly are Jesus Christ, did it come to Jesus Christ? Huh? Why are you worried about the ego, fame and all this? Dangerous. Oh, I've done so much. I've done it. 30 days of fasting. Oh, friend, did you, we were not allowed to say these things. And how many times did you do your tasbih today? So, but even if we don't say it ourselves, we have to see, am I doing this to gain, my ego will boost. I'm so religious, I'm so self-righteous, I cannot tell you. Like, I cannot tell myself, right? Okay, that's great. But why should the ego come when you have died yourself, entrusted your whole self to Ahl al-Bayt at Imam Hussein's? So that's why, in other words, we entrust like everything. Like Mother Teresa has said, right? Give your weaknesses to. Like Sri Ravi Shankar ji says now. So why is Swami Ravikanta so worried? It's the fear. When you are divine, you are the creation of God, beautiful creation. But to see that the universe is, okay, universe is better, but who are we? Then we are germs? Then we are nothing. No, we are the worst creation, we are weak. We are this, we are... So Mother Teresa says, give your weakness. You can't fight this. You can't fight this at all. The dangers of fame. Mother Teresa. Oh God. Mother Teresa has said, give your weaknesses to God. Yeah, just give your weaknesses. Baba, dealing with inside, outside, shaitan, old McDonald's, our nafs. Give yourself fully to God. He will use you to accomplish great things on the condition that you believe much more in His love than in your own weakness. That's it. So there came a time when I was all the Swami Ravatikanta and, thinking and talking. Very good, very good. But to see them having this fear, like there's no way out of this. And then going back to the Guru, their Guru. And he wouldn't allow me to call him Guru. I can't call him. So even when I or any, I have to say Jai Paramahamsa Vishwananda. Some force here will not allow me to say Jai Gurudev there. I don't know what it is. So please don't think I'm being proud or anything. It's just this force. I don't know whether it's true or... Give yourself fully to God. He will use you to accomplish great things on the condition that you believe much more in His love. So if it's just love, Paramahamsa Vishwananda's Bhakti Marga, do you believe in Radha Rani's love or not? She will more in His love than in your weaknesses. So let's not worry about the ego tricks it plays. Yes, and Swamis should not be worried who are just in Bhakti Marga, right? Am I being too presumptuous? But I just quoted Mother Teresa. So this should be true for anyone who thinks they can't get away from their ego. Or is it an act of humility that they are putting on? Or they like to think they are good people. We like to think we are good people? Or are we really good? And if we are good, then who's thinking we are good? And then if a bad man comes and does bad to you, why did it happen to me? Why do bad things happen to good people? And then someone like Sadhguru or someone, like they would say, do you think you are good and this and that? Why do good things, bad things? And this is by a Jew happen. Oh God, can't you? Happen to good people. Oh. Harold S. Kushner, or Kushner, right? Why do bad things happen to good people? Someone like Sadhguru could say, oh, when did you think you were good? Because then there's a danger of pity, self-pity coming in. So how to deal with that, right? Oh, it happens to me. I was a good person. And the danger of self-pity. And then, self-pity can take you into depression. And the book on depression I read, then you need the Holy Spirit. Where's that book? So it says that self-pity is your worst enemy. All depression has its roots in self-pity. Now we need the Holy Spirit, That's what the book told us. The book I had, I wonder if it is by Tom Robbins, at the Switchers, yeah. Self-pity is rooted in people taking themselves too seriously. Goodreads I have to go to. All depression has its roots in self-pity, and all self-pity is rooted in people taking themselves too seriously. At that time, Switchers had disputed her assertion, even at oh God. So this in Christianity, it's like you don't have this is a crime. Hey, self-esteem is for sissies. Accept that you're a pimple and try to keep a lively sense of humor about it. That way lies grace. Yeah, grace will come. You see, we are all needy of God's grace. We are not good people. And maybe even glory, the glory of God. So you need another thing is self-pity, and the Holy Spirit will solve your problem. Is it How to Win Over Depression, I think? Yes. Every depressed person that the author has ever counseled has a problem with self-acceptance. I see. Now this is another one, another book given to me because a friend thought that I was depressed because I was beating myself. Right? This Christian friend. So he gave me another book on depression. And I already had a different book on depression. right? So, thinking too much of yourself. Self-pity is so dangerous because it drowns out the fruits of the Spirit from our lives. Depression and self-pity. Walk all. You see? Now we fear the depression. Already we're in the depression. Now we fear that we are self-pitying ourselves. Self-pity is a sin. How to Win Over Depression, I think this one, by Tim LaHaye. Now we have another sin at our hands. Self-pity is a sin. Give it to God and get over it. This really helped me and is an easy and simple idea. But I do think that depression can go deeper than just, you see, now this is a review by someone's review here, no copyrights. And if my, sorry, I can't read your name, the review. So because I can't compromise my email, it might pop up on this website, Amazon.com. Very good, whoever has written this, I apologize. Thank you so much. I apologize, I can't talk properly. So, you see this cognitive problem I have right now. To put my, whatever they say, sentences in order. Yeah, madness. So it is a sin. Oh, she didn't look at me. You go and look, say hello. Oh, she didn't give me the importance today. She didn't smile at me. But it goes deeper than that, right? Yeah. And then for me, how deep it has gone, I don't know. Self-pity is very dangerous. We are good people, very dangerous. It's a sin. Which other book says it's a sin? How to Win Over Depression by Tim LaHaye. So I had this book on depression. I read it. Then my Christian friend comes and says that, depression, you should, self-pity, yeah. They think, people don't know you really. Loving yourself. When Miss Disa told me, you love yourself, like I've committed. You don't love me, you love yourself. So you see all these contradictions. The depression book, the depression as an opportunity for spiritual growth. I think this one also, if my email pops up, it was in black cover actually. There were 2 books I had on depression. So we have all these fears, right? Self-pity, if we are very good people and why do bad. My mother died and my mother has gone. I love my mother so much. Like that, right? And why does God do this to me? Why does God let my enemies win all the time? And there was a person we knew whose parents she lost in an accident. She went on. So my friend's friend, Amber, écoutez. Amber, écoutez. French. Sorry. So, oh, why did this happen to me? Oh God. And then I think finally my aunt told me that you know what your problem, this is something about you. You expect too much from God. And I thought, all this. Yes. And so in the Quran we have, right? It is incumbent on us to help the believers. So there were people telling me, oh, your depression, self-pity, very dangerous and all this. And I'm thinking, yes, yes. I have read the book and I know about it, right? And this person is telling me, maybe because he thinks I'm wallowing in self-pity. It is, what is it? It is incumbent. Here comes the Quran ayat. And then he's testing. It is incumbent on us to help the believers. When his test will end. Maybe when he knows when his test will end. But just that get me, don't get the others. When you are testing me, then my friends are coming. Some of them are Job was complaining. Job. Sorry, I just call him Job. Job was complaining. We sent messengers before you to their respective nations, and they brought clear signs to them. Then we took vengeance upon, oh Lord, who acted wickedly. Sometimes my heart can't take this. It was incumbent on us to come to the aid of the believers. As a Shia also, my heart couldn't take us. Dua Sabah Sabah, I was like, I'm not reading it. Strike the enemy, and their nostrils strangulate their God knows what. And Allah, I was like, I'm going to read this dua to kill my enemy, to combat the forces of evil. Then when it got too much, restlessness weakened, you see. Well, let's read it now. So I had to read it in London. Dua Sabah Sabah. 3 nights I read. But before that, when I looked at this Dua Sabah Sabah, strangulated, laid prone on their faces. Oh! I was like, no, I don't have to. Sorry, God, what's this? So, I couldn't take it. So these are the ayats. 30, Surah 30, ayat 47. What's this? We save our messengers. Yeah, and also Surah Yunus, 10th chapter of the Quran, is it? Ayat 103. So when they were telling me that they're going to give my principal cancer, like intuitively it was coming to me. That was before this Pagalpan, schizophrenia, Bibi Fatima Zahra's disciple coming. I put the principal's picture, can you believe it, in the Quran. I just said it is incumbent on you to help the believers. God help her, and don't forget to help. Like, God doesn't forget. But I had to just put the picture. Because they say, maybe the picture, like they say, put a picture. I had this book where on a purple plate, it helps for 15 minutes, not more than 15 minutes. So, this, and then we have what? So, do you believe in Radha Rani? Okay, depression, self-pity, Holy Spirit, we are sinners. Why do you do this to people? So when God thinks it's God, and Nash, my brother, Kuwaiti brother in London, of course we all know that there's a Quran ayat which says, God does not give you a burden you cannot take. So God has given you that burden. And I'm telling a lady in Karachi who came from Canada that आप तो बहुत महान होंगे. कि आपको खुदा ने अचानक से ऐसे प्रॉब्लम्स ट्रबल्स दे दिए. You must be so great, महान, like Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah, महान. Not Mahatma. No, Mahan means grand, great person. That God has chosen you. I also, yeah, like that would. I don't know how to console that lady. So then, if I tell myself, oh, Zahra, God must have thought you are so great. That's why He's testing you. And He doesn't give you a burden more than you cannot take. People have died, shock and all this. But yeah, because, then it would be that they have not, oh, like my mother was misguided. God, why didn't you guide her in the beginning, from the beginning? She hasn't received proper guidance from Allah. And yet, Hadrat Abbas says, Alam, I get 3 annas, and 1 anna goes in the Hadrat Abbas Alam charity. For Hadrat Abbas, it's not charity, but 1 anna goes there wherever it goes. Maybe they give it to the poor. Or my mother was, when she used to go to school, so she was in 7th grade. So like, why are he's testing my mother. And that other lady was so generous, like our daughter told me, that any poor person, she would take her bangles off and give, sell it. Here, sell this. She would take her bangles, and today she could be dead. And went back to Pakistan from Canada. She would give her bangles. And she had to work in my aunt's place in Canada. While this aunt of mine, I get very angry. With her chins and everything, she made fairy auntie. Yeah, dupe, That Mutahar is today, and her children are in colleges and all this. Oh God. That lady who was so rich, she had a big house in Defense now. Ahmad uncle and her husband, great man. Although they say he had an affair. So Mutahar was exploiting the thing, my jeans and all this. And Shabir Usmani, her husband, was following him in a taxi once. Ahmad uncle told us. I looked back and there was Shabir in the taxi following me. So that Mutahar would go and tell Fairy Auntie that my chins have informed me that today your husband went to that lady he loves. Wow, amazing. I'm really out of it. Flowers and thorns, thank you for asking me, how are you, ma'am? Sir, I don't know how I am right now. Don't ask me how I am, but thank you so much. I will not be able to answer you. I'm trying to answer you in this live stream, which is now of 1 hour now. So you are not Pathfinder. Why are you not out celebrating Diva? Oh my goodness, here comes Gabel. Good evening, how are you? I've been saying how I am since 1 hour here. I'm that important. You see how important I am? So if you want to know how I am, you must listen to this for 1 hour, Gabel. Go back. Anyways, so this is live stream now. Don't miss out on how I am. And how is God? You know how God is? God, the one sitting up there. Winter is coming. It hasn't come here at all. I'm not waiting for anything. I shouldn't be. So winter is coming, and oh, that reminds me of the quote in An Affair to Remember movie. Winter, quote, winter must be so cold. Winter must be cold for those with no warm memories. We've already missed the spring. Terry McKay. Thank you so much. imdb.com. So do you think God should test us on grounds and that He's given us burdens that we can take? And when a polity says, give me your burdens, when the disbelievers say, Allah gives you problems, burdens, not more not more than you can take. Quran ayat. Winter. Yeah, winter I prefer. Depends where you are, right? If you're in London, I love the springtime in London. I prefer to go to London. Springtime I love. But if I'm in a hot country, I prefer it depends where I am living. I can't say. Why is this buffering so much? Patakras are putting. You know what that means in our Sindhi or putting, meaning they are cracking. Tonight is the night, Diwali for the Hindus. I dare say if some Hindu tell us the significance of Diwali and why do even gods exist? Your gods have done nothing. I dare say on your Diwali, Allah Vicharango. I become very bold and rude. Now jaya hu. Diwar movie. Amitabh Bachchan. Shall I act like Amitabh Bachchan? आज तुम जीत गए. Shivaji temple. Shiva temple. Amitabh Bachchan in Diwar movie. Oh, Surah Baqarah 286. God does not burden any human being with more than he is well able to bear. In his favor shall be whether good he does. Are God. I don't understand how he can, weaker than him just come down and be a human being and see, right? Not from where you are not a human being, you are the all-powerful God, and you're saying this. In his favor shall be whatever, in his favor, in God's favor, shall be whatever good he does, and against him whatever in man's favor. Acha, when you can't even do good because evil has gotten you like anything, then what do? Can't even do good. Shouldn't you be beneficial? Qabil, it depends. So, are you feeling bad now after this that you ever, now do you realize, and you help me. In fact, do you now, you see, do you suggest criminals should be met with graciousness? God met your believing criminals with graciousness in Surah Nur ayat. Have you now gone over that? Oh God, it's getting worse and worse with the firecrackers and all crackers. Ooh. Can you hear me? It will be a night to remember that on Diwali I'm here. Let's crack those evil. Let's crack them. Yeah, make a sound. Crack an egg. Ah. Hypocrisy is the top of treachery. So, doesn't mean you assault them wherever you find them and kill them. Right? Does it mean that? And by the way, oh, let's go now deeper into this. So you think these Muslims in Surah Nur, believers didn't have hypocrisy in them? How come they were forgiven? Huh? So hypocrisy, wait a minute. Yes, but according to the Jews of Yathrib, it would not be hypocrisy, right? Would it be hypocrisy that they joined the Confederates and they said, please help me? First they joined him, let's say. Think about it this way, right? Let's say I was a Muslim Shia. When I find out that this prophet is false. So I need the help of Hindus. I say, Hindus, please help me. I need the help of some eloquent person. Eloquent person, please help me. I'm not good at showing all this, articulating. Please help me. Am I being a hypocrite? But you see, when they couldn't say it openly, and if they leave this religion, even if a Baduan is saying he's not allowed to say this, Surah Fatah, so you're going to be scared. You see, so it's no sacrifice, like very shortly put, succinctly. Elton John song, right? It's no sacrifice. But what I mean is, cold, cold heart, hardened by you, sweet feet comes calling in the final act. Now tell me, these Jews, they thought he was, okay, in the beginning they gave him refuge in their city. Who made us, now in Surah Azab, I questioned him. I questioned his Allah, like he's telling Zaid, and then Zaid is getting a divorce. You know what I mean? He's telling Zaid, keep your wife and fear Allah. That's a command. It's not a suggestion. Already there's been like what Allah and the Messenger have decided for you, believers, men and women. You have no say in that. Now, I read the Shia side. Zainab bin Josh was forced to marry Zaid. She did. Then it was not successful. So you have to look at the whole thing, right? Not just the context of one ayat, like Gabil or some Muslim would come here and tell you. You have to see the overall picture also, and the other pictures where he's failed to be to save a marriage, when he's told Zaid, fear Allah and keep your wife. That's the second command by him. And you have to obey Allah and the Messenger. And obeying the Messenger is the same as obeying Allah. It's in Surah Nisa at 80, is it? It's equivalent, same. So the conditions for them, the Jews, put yourself in the place of the Jews, the Christians of that time, and the polytheists of that time. It's unfair, unjust. This is what I found through the Quran ayats. This also. So when they are called hypocrites, they are. It's not. According to them, they are not hypocrites, and according to, forget according to them. Maybe you'll not believe that, but you see, I found according to even the Quran ayat, they cannot be hypocrites. Why? Let's go to Surah Fat ayat 11. This is my way of research, which I have found. I don't know, God help me, I'm not boasting about myself. I hope not. If I do, God forgive me, wherever it sneaks in, shaitan. Well, those applied their fair. Okay, fealty. The nomadic Arabs who lag behind will say to you, our belongings and our families have preoccupied us. So ask forgiveness for us. They say with their tongues what is not in their hearts, meaning they are hypocrites, right? And they're lying and all this, finding excuses. Now you go to about the hypocrites. You go to Surah Munna on hypocrites, Munafiqun, right? And you see what we are told about the hypocrites and what Allah asks them to do. They made their false oaths as a shield, hindering others from the way of Allah. No, that is because they believed. See, yeah, this is the Jews that believed. This is because they believed and then abandoned faith. Therefore, their hearts have been sealed, so they do not comprehend. Okay. About hypocrites, right? When you see them, their appearance impresses you, and when you speak, you listen to their, planks, wood, leaned, cry. They think every cry is against them. It's like Prophet Muhammad. They are the enemy. So beware of them. May Allah condemn them. How can they be? Okay, these are the hypocrites. Okay. And when it is said to them, come, the messenger of Allah will ask forgiveness for you. You will say they didn't come properly. Okay. But when it is said to them, 5th ayat of Surah Munafiqun, when it is said to these hypocrites, come, the messenger of Allah will ask forgiveness for you. They keep turning their heads aside, and you see them turning away while acting arrogantly. Okay, so you'll say now there are hypocrites who don't act arrogantly. They're in they're believers also. They're Sahabas of Prophet Muhammad. Okay. So that is a different category of hypocrites in Surah Fatayat. Right. It is the same for them, whether you ask forgiveness for them or do not ask forgiveness for them, Allah will not forgive them. Let's go to Surah Nur ayat. The believers, the head, forget the head who spread. He's also, remember him? He's also from your group of people. Don't you think they became hypocrites too? They have not they are hypocrites. And what happens? Don't you think they are hypocrites? The believers. Isn't it enough for you? How many times is God going to tell you? Not to talk like that, backbiting. It's like eating your dead brother's meat. It's another ayat in another surah. How many times if the believers are slipping, and they can't be true believers, And yet Allah is calling them believers. Then can you blame the Yathrib Jews, the polytheists? At least that much know, right? Use, don't let reason die today, as it has been killed by the Muslims. Reason has been martyred by Allah itself in the Quran ayat. So the Muslims, it's a tragedy for the Muslims and the believers who are higher than the Muslims, because when the Badouan said we are believers, said, the Quran ayat says, say you are Muslims, you have not become believers. So now, Allah does not guide the defiantly disobedient people. How did He guide the... Then why is He guiding in Surah Nur, you believers, who have slipped? You have become hypocrites against Al-Mu'mineen. If Shia say anything because of what is the ayat and what is given to Imam Ali by Prophet Muhammad and what is Surah Tahrim, you say, no, 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 no. They were forgiven. The Al-Mu'mineen were forgiven. Shias have to be consistent. Hypocrites, even if they ask for, the wives have become hypocrites. The wives have left Islam, the fold of Islam, and knowing the Prophet, that he was forced to take an oath and say, prohibiting himself what Allah has. So they try to be as consistent as possible, and you tell the Shias. Now, why were the two wives hypocrites forgiven? Tell me. Sunnis. So about Aisha, we say it is the same for them whether you ask forgiveness for them or do not ask forgiveness for them. Allah will not forgive them. There's another ayat which says, if you ask 70 times forgiveness for them, Allah will not forgive them. So how come Allah is forgiving your al-Mu'mineen? Huh? So Qabil, last time you said they were hurting Prophet Muhammad. Umar bin Khattab injured Prophet Muhammad's daughter after his death. And you're saying to the Shias that it was a mistake, he was forgiven. If you see Umar bin Khattab, the calamity of Thursday also, he didn't listen to Prophet Muhammad on his deathbed. Give me a pen and paper. Yet you're making excuses for him. But when it comes against the Jews, what the Quran might say, you take it on face value. You are not digging deep. You are not thinking straight because you are so brainwashed, so brainwashed. You see, the Shias try to be consistent. Hypocrites will not be forgiven. 70 times. Hearken not to the hypocrite. 70 times here about forgiveness. Even if you, no, where's the 70 times? 70 times if you ask. Jesus Christ said, 70 times your brother comes to, he sins in a day, 70 times against you. And he comes and asks you forgiveness. Forgive him. The 70th time to forgive him. In a day. 70 times if they ask for forgiveness. If you ask, or Prophet maybe, if you ask for forgiveness, Quran ayat. Another one against the hypocrites. O Prophet, Surah Tawbah at 80. O Prophet, it is all the same whether or not you ask for their forgiveness. Even if you were to ask forgiveness for them 70 times, Allah shall not forgive them. This is because they disbelieved in Allah and His Messenger. This is because they disbelieved. So who becomes the hypocrites? Oh, the poor Bedouins who who disbelieved in Allah and His Messenger. Who become Banu Qurayza, Surah Hashar become hypocrites. What is to be done? There's no forgiveness for them, meaning there's a curse on them, right? Accursed, wherever they are found. Now here the Quran says, because what? They are evil. Look how it tries to deceive you. Does not guide the defiantly disobedient people. It's for you believers also. If you love your father, your mother more than Allah, the Messenger, Surah Tawbah at 24. So you take Surah Tawbah at 24, right? Don't think just because against them it's written defiantly disobedient people, they were harassing, you don't even need to harass Prophet Muhammad and hurt him. All you need to do to be defiantly fasiq, defiantly disobedient, is to love your mother, father, wife, all that more than Allah and Prophet Muhammad and jihad, right? Let's get this straight, combing it out. It's buffering. I have to come back, I think, after a little while. Sorry, it's buffering a lot. Okay? So this is the way I was doing my research. So I found the inconsistencies in the Shia research too. So please, it's buffering a lot. Now it stopped. Oh yes. Sorry, I have to go. Thank you. Sorry. I have to end the stream. It's buffering a lot. So I will come back now later if I can. My ears are also hurting. Sorry. Thank you so much.